What's good, everybody? We are back with another NFL video. Today, we are 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, and I know some people have some concerns and some about the injuries or off the field issues, and not a lot of people know about which prospects dealing with what. So today, this video is gonna go ahead and bring you the truth of what's going on in the college football world. So, this is from an article from Dane Brugler from The Athletic. He pretty much put out an article from called The Beast, and it goes over his 2026 NFL draft guide, and it's over 2,700 rankings and thousands, tens of thousands of measurements and words. And now, how I found it was this Twitter account, Sean Newkirk, also known as Sean Core on Twitter. Shout out to him for breaking it down and doing all the hard work for me. So he basically went through an Excel sheet listing all the prospects and all the red flags that come with them. So in this video, we're going to go over all of the key guys going into the draft, and we're going to talk about all the red flags, all the injury concerns, and off the field issues they have as well. Now on this sheet, it lists a couple guys going into the 2026 class. We're going to start off with the high severities of these prospects, and we're going to go over some of the key guys that are going to be really important going into the draft day. Starting off with Brilly Scrouth. He's a guard from Notre Dame. In Dane Brugler's athletic rankings, he does have him as the seventh best guard. And his risk coming in is his injuries. So this top half is basically all the injuries coming in, and then the bottom half are all the off-character issues. And in this report, it pretty much it cites he has knee injuries, ankle issues, foot issues, and surgeries. So his durability will be questioned because he missed 5 final games of his final season because of a left MCL sprain. Missed 4 games as a sophomore because of a right ankle injury, which required a tight rope surgery in 2024. Underwent surgery on the left foot after his senior season of a high school. So this is going back a lot. Going back like all from the beginning. Like this goes into detail. And then he missed his 2022 spring practices and redshirted his first season. So if you had Billy on your draft boards and was looking out for him, now you know like more in depth of his background and what's going on. And we're gonna scroll down. We're gonna go to Deontay Lawson. Now Deontay Lawson, I've heard quite a bit. He is a linebacker from Alabama, and he does have some durability issues with ACL issues. Apparently, yeah, he had an ACL tear. He has ankle problems, and he's missed time. So in 2024, he torn his right ACL, ended his 2024 season, pushed him to return in 2025. He didn't miss a game as a senior, but he wore a boot on his left foot for precautionary reasons after several games. In October 2025, missed 3 games as a sophomore because of a left ankle sprain in 2023, which isn't a big deal. And yeah, he missed 2023 spring practices following an off-season surgery. So this is a guy that has done with multiple injuries in his college career, and that's something to be on the lookout for if you want to take a linebacker in this draft. He is a talented player, but man. Next we got Devin Moore. He's a corner from Florida. Another guy with a red flag injury history. Yeah, the details, he had multiple surgeries plus missed games in several seasons. Overall, Moore's injury history is a bright red flag, but he is a very good size cover man and speed with ball skills to be scheme versatile development option. So it's really just the multiple surgeries that kind of gives them the red flags. Then we're gonna go on to Haynes King. I don't know if you remember him from Georgia Tech. This guy, he ran so much over there at Georgia Tech. He took a lot of hits, and it's not a surprise that he's gotten repeated injuries, and his durability is a question because he torn his labrum. He had a fractured tibia that required surgery and missed some time as well. So yeah, his durability concerns, it is him just taking a lot of hits and just lowering his shoulder a lot. He got a lot of lower body injuries through 2025. He played through a shoulder injury as well. Played through the torn labrum in his right shoulder throughout the 2024 season and fractured his tibia in 2021, which is about 5 years ago. So that did require season-ending surgeries. But this guy, he is a dog when it comes to taking hits on the field. But durability, how long is he going to be playing for on the field, especially as a quarterback? But we'll see where he goes off, if he's even draftable. Okay, next is the people's favorite, Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. A lot of people know about this. So his severity is high along with these other guys. His medical history is a red flag in general. I mean, he's missed multiple games in each 4 of his college season, missing 3 games as a redshirt junior for the hammy, which was his latest season. And he missed most of 2025 spring practices because of an ankle injury. Broken left collarbone he suffered in 2024 that missed the Big 12 championship, and a torn ACL, MCL, and PCL in his left knee when he was a freshman that ended his season, and also sidelined him in his sophomore year in 2023. So we already know what we're dealing with Jordan Tyson going into it. He might be of a faller unless some teams just will ignore it and they're out to take him high anyway. Like, I think one team that really likes him getting closer to draft time is probably the Eagles. It would be interesting if AJ Brown does get traded post June. Next guy we're going to talk about is Le'Veon Moss. Now with Le'Veon Moss, he is a running back from A&M, Texas A&M, and he's really good, but the same question, he can't really stay on the field. He has durability issues, will be questioned, and he already has a torn ACL already and has in his 3rd knee injury. So it is a question. He tore his ACL in 2024, required season-ending surgery, and it was his 3rd knee injury in his career. So he missed 6 games as a senior because of that. Oh, actually because of a left ankle injury later on in 2025. So this guy in his college career, kind of the same as Jordan Tyson. Now, next guys we're going to talk about under the moderate severity of injuries, Aaron Anderson, which you probably know. He just has lingering knee issues going into college. He dealt with knee injuries throughout college, and he had an MCL and meniscus injuries prior to his freshman year. It required minor surgery in 2022, surgery on the same knee before enrolling at LSU, and played through irritation at different points of his past few seasons. Also, he battled toe and elbow injuries during his redshirt junior season in 2025. So this guy throughout his whole college career has been dealing with lingering injuries. Who knows how long his career will be if he gets drafted. Next, we're going to talk about Baron Morton from Texas Tech, quarterback. He had multiple injuries and surgery. Apparently, the report lists a leg fracture, a left ankle injury, and a grade 3 AC joint sprain that eventually required shoulder surgery. So he missed 2 games as a senior because of a hairline fracture in his right leg. He also had a grade 3 AC joint sprain, a ligament tear in his throwing right shoulder in 2023, but opted for the rest instead of surgery and played through the pain in both 2023 and 2024. So this guy, he just paid through the pain, man. He played through it. He elected to have surgery the following 2024 season to fix his shoulder. He also missed 3 games as a redshirt freshman with a left ankle injury in 2022. So be on the lookout for that. Brennan Thompson, a wide receiver from Mississippi State. This guy's like a shorter guy, but he's very fast. Very fast wide receiver. He has dealt with repeated ankle injuries. Apparently, he has struggled to stay healthy. So with his size, his durability will be in question for sure. He struggled to stay healthy. Missed final 2 games as a junior because of the right ankle injury. Missed first 4 games of 2023 with an ankle issue. Missed most of his senior high school, guess what, with an ankle injury, which required surgery. So ankles is not his best friend to Mr. Brennan Thompson going into the draft. So be on the lookout for that. Also, Deion Burks, not really high on this guy, but he's a wide receiver from Oklahoma. He's had some soft tissues and concussions in his span of his career. He missed most of his junior season with a soft tissue injury in 2024, which sidelined him 5 games. He diagnosed with a concussion also in 2024 in that same season, which kept him out of the final 2 games. So it was literally 1 year in 2024 that he dealt with injuries. But after that, it seemed that he played pretty much every game. Now, Desmond Reed, he's one of my sleeper running backs that I like, and he also has a durability issue. He repeats the missed time a lot. He missed multiple games because of injuries for the past 3 seasons, so durability will play a key factor in this valuation. So be on the lookout. Another short guy that's pretty light, fast though, that deals with durability issues. Also, Diego Pavia was on this list. It's his play style that's a durability, because this is a guy that will lower his shoulder and try to truck someone as well. So his run style creates durability concern because he plays too tough and he would rather, lower his shoulder than slide. So, but his legs are part of his appeal, but went to the Jackson Dart school of I'm too tough to slide. Durability is a concern, which is said in the articles, which is pretty funny because Jackson Dart, you've seen, he was in the medical tent a lot in his rookie year because this guy would just try to fight for extra yards, and he would always be in the blue medical tent every game of his rookie season. Also, Eli Stowers from Vanderbilt, apparently it's his shoulder and knee history that he's had. He's had multiple shoulder injuries. Changed his path in quotes. Stowers saying he could never throw the same. Mind you, he got recruited as a quarterback first, so I guess that's why one of his reasons why he became a quarterback, or a tight end, I meant, from quarterback, while he was playing alongside Diego Pavio. Yeah, he was a highly recruited quarterback, so he did suffer shoulder injuries. So I don't think he just believed in his arm anymore, because those shoulder injuries are no joke, especially when it comes to QB. So he just played full-time tight end and is amazing at it. So I like the transition from him. Garrett Nussmeier. Some of these guys, QB3, especially to Dane Brugler. He had abdominal and knee issues. His abdominal injury affected him throughout 2025 and re-injured several times. Came in with knee tendonitis and surgery contacts. I remember going into the 2025 season, he did get subbed out because he was dealing with an injury. I did see, and I thought he just got benched because he was playing bad, but really it was the abdominal injury that he suffered in August. Affected his final season, which is why his stock pretty much died. It sidelined him to 4 games. He played through a patella tendonitis in 2025, and he wore a sleeve on his left knee. Result because of a 2023 surgery that he had. Also, Jaden Ott, I have seen that it's with him, it's availability and his durability. Report notes that ankle and shoulder issues over his final 2 seasons, is which why we didn't see a lot of them in his senior year. NFL teams will wary of his durability and toughness, will look elsewhere. Yeah, there is also a report that apparently he's too soft. Real report. Apparently under the athletic running back from Oregon, Noah Whittington, he did deal with ACL and recurring availability issues. So he did have ACL surgery and missed time in his final season. He's given the questions about his size and durability. He projects as a rotational back in the NFL level, so he's not going to be any type of workhorse over there. But yeah, there is questions about his durability, especially after an ACL injury. And now the final 2 will be low severities. It'll be Drew Aller, starting QB from Penn State. He had a season-ending ankle injury in his final year, which, man, that final year, it really tanked his stock a lot. If we're being honest, he should have declared, but it was his decision. He wanted to win a natty in Penn. And yeah, he broke his left ankle, ended his season, and required surgery. So that was pretty much his only injury going into the college season. So be on the lookout for that. But he has a rocket arm. Is he accurate? The tape will tell you itself. Not really. And then the next guy will be Ruben Bain. Would be soft tissue and knee history with him. Apparently he has soft tissue injuries and prior MCL surgery before. In 2024, he did miss 4 games with a soft tissue injury, but he was also honorable mention all ACC that year. It's going to be fine. It's just 2024, that's just what he dealt with. 2025 obviously was really healthy. Now we're going to transition into off the field character issues that they have listed. Eric McAllister, who I like on the field, but he has a high severity coming off the field, legal and accountability. Apparently his off-field decision making will scrutinize him and probably lower his stock. Apparently he got arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and a second misdemeanor count of terroristic threat causing fear of imminent serious bodily injury in March 2024. He then pleaded guilty to the latter in August 2024. The assault count was waived and received probation plus mandatory gun safety and anger management courses. He then also got arrested for violating conditions of his bond after his urine tested positive for THC in 2024. So What a bad year for Eric McAllister in 2024. We didn't hear anything new of him in 2025, but this is his history and this is what teams will be on the lookout for, right? Next one is Michael Trigg out of Baylor. It's about his discipline and maturity. Apparently he has suspensions for disciplinary matters of 2 schools and says maturity has been questioned by NFL teams. An NFL scout said, "I know how much he likes football, but he needs hard coaching and you hope he develops better consistency on and off the field." It sounds fixable in my opinion. So if it's a maturity discipline thing, yeah, it's up to him, man, whether he wants it or not, because that game that he loves to play could be taken just like that if he's not taken serious. Next one is Seth McGowan from Kentucky. A report says his character background is vital because of a 2021 arrest. He had a guilty plea, probation, and dismissal from Oklahoma's program. So he found a role as a true freshman after Mondre Stevenson was suspended in 2020. Yeah, that's how long he's been playing. But he was arrested the following offseason and charged with robbery, conspiracy, and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. He later pleaded guilty to larceny and was sentenced to probation. So that is his history for Mr. Seth McGowan. Good player, but that's just what comes with his profile. Next we have Zion Young, edge rusher that a lot of teams love. Possibly borderline first rounder, but these issues might make him a second rounder. Apparently it's with legal and suspension. He got arrested and charged with a suspicion of DWI, speeding and failing to properly affix a license plate to his vehicle in December 2025. The speeding part I'm not really a big fan of. I don't know why he did that. One of 7 Michigan State players suspended for final 4 games of the 2022 season and charged with assault following a post-game altercation at Michigan. You know how those rival games get, right? But he pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor and aggravated assault in 2023 and received probation. So ever since 2022, he's looked like to be a head case. Next guy will be Xavier Harris, defensive tackle out of Ole Miss. This guy's like a huge 6'8" defensive tackle. Apparently it's with repeated arrest history. Off the field behavior will be scrutinized. Arrested on charges of domestic violence and obstructing arrest in August 2024. Got arrested and charged with felony, fleeing, a DUI, reckless driving, being a minor in possession, not using headlights, and running a stop sign July 2023. So be on the lookout for this guy. If your team drafts him, be on the lookout for him when he's out driving on the road. Okay, next we're going into the moderate crimes. This will be Chris Brazzell, a wide receiver from Tennessee. This is most likely from his traffic and arrests and his, just driving. Apparently he got arrested for speeding, 60 miles per hour in a 35. And he was driving with a suspended license in 2025, but charges were later dismissed. I did hear that he didn't show up to court, but there's nothing that says that, so I'm gonna just agree with what I'm showing here. Apparently charges were later dismissed, so he has no problem with the law right now. There's that. And then next we have DeMonte Capehart, defensive tackle out of Clemson. Apparently he got charged with a firearm charge. He got arrested and charged with unlawful possession of a firearm on campus and failure to exercise care while operating a motor vehicle in 2024. The charges were expunged through a pre-trial intervention program, and he was reinstated to the team. So good for him. But man, bringing a firearm on campus, like, who are you trying to impress, man? What are you doing? This is the first time we're gonna see a guy show up on both concerns, injuries and character issues. It's Diego Pavia. Apparently it's his persona and his behavior. Court says that his persona will not fit every staff and cites a social media outburst plus the New Mexico practice field incident. Oh yeah, actually yeah, he has said a lot of stuff online. I have seen that. Apparently he attracted attention for the wrong reasons after finishing as Heisman runner-up, posted F all the voters on social media. And then he also got caught on video urinating on New Mexico's practice field in September 2023. I remember seeing that video. I don't. If you want to go ahead and look that up, it's probably online. Diego, he is a head case, man, when it comes to social media and stuff. So that's something you want to be on the lookout. Next will be Jacoby Lane from USC. Apparently it's team rules discipline. Apparently he was benched for violating team rules and includes a scout note that he needs to adopt a pro mindset quickly. So he got benched for the first quarter of a UCLA game in 2025 in November for violation of team rules NFL. So yeah, he got in trouble underneath the team. To be honest, it doesn't seem like that crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Only bench for a first quarter. I mean, we see NFL pros like CD and George Pickens get suspended for a drive because they're out past curfew in Las Vegas, you know. Next will be Damon Claiborne from Wake Forest. So this is going to be a low severity. Apparently he has emotional maturity. He rubbed some coaches and teammates the wrong way earlier in his career because of inconsistent emotions, while also noting improvement. So he's described as a high energy guy by his coaches and someone who matured over his 4 years in college. NFL scout said that, yeah, he rubbed some coaches and teammates wrong as an underclassmate due to inconsistent emotions. And especially with hard coaching, but his attitude was getting better as an upperclassman. So yeah, another, you know, maturity issue, just someone that you just grow and mature. We'll talk about the final two, starting with Katron Allen. Apparently it's work habits. A scout says he noted inconsistent work habits in the past, and that's something to monitor. So is this guy, could this guy come off as lazy? I mean, that's what NFL scouts are saying. And then the last one will be Makai Lemon, one of my favorite receivers in the class. Same thing that Jacoby Lane got, was team rules discipline. He got benched in the first quarter for against UCLA, same as Jacoby Lane, in violation of team rules. I don't know specifically what it is, but I think it was literally just, you know, maybe not paying attention. I remember in Combine that he wasn't paying attention to one of the coaches were telling him to do on a drill, and he did the whole drill wrong, which was pretty funny. But I don't know. That's another thing that just comes with maturity. I think he'll be all right in the pro level. But yeah, this is good key things. If you want a link to this, I'll go ahead and link it in the description so you could just look past it and look through it. This is some really good things. Shout out to Sean Core from X on Twitter for putting the time in on this model and using it, because this is really helpful, and I love spreading it to you guys just to make some people aware of what they're getting into in the NFL draft. So I want to go ahead and thank you for watching to the very end, and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see some more NFL content in the future. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.